Potatoes are extremely common, very affordable, and is also nutritious with high amounts of antioxidants. But a lot of us think that potatoes are just chunks of carbohydrates. So how can potatoes possibly help lower our blood sugar spikes? And this is one of the biggest reasons why middle-aged folks and seniors, they tend to avoid eating potatoes, even though they grew up eating potatoes very often and enjoying the taste of it. But I'm here to bring you good news, which is that there is a way to eat potatoes without spiking your blood sugar levels. That's what we're going to cover in this video. For those of you new to this channel, this is Dr. June, and let's get right into it. What is the best way to cook potatoes? And my answer is cooking it with the skin on and either steaming it, braising it, or baking it. I would actually argue against boiling potatoes in water, and here's why. The potato skin is actually high in vitamin C, which is water soluble. When potatoes are boiled in water, vitamin C and other trace minerals like potassium, they quickly escape and are destroyed. So by steaming the potatoes, braising them, or baking them, they can more effectively prevent the loss of nutrients compared to boiling in water. If you don't like eating the potato skin, I recommend just steaming the potatoes with the skin on and peeling it off after it's cooked. And here's the most important part. You need to cool your potatoes in a refrigerator overnight. This is what will significantly lower the glycemic index of potatoes. If you're not familiar with what a GI index is, it's essentially a score indicating how quickly a certain food can spike your blood sugar levels after eating it. According to a paper published in the FASCB scientific journal, refrigerating potatoes overnight can triple the resistant starch and lower the blood sugar level by 40%. So if you eat this refrigerated cooled potato, the glycemic index of it is just 49, which is low. And this is thanks to the resistant starches in the potatoes. You see, normal starches are a form of carbohydrates that are quickly absorbed and they raise blood sugar. But resistant starch literally resists digestion. So once you eat it, it goes all the way to the large intestine, and that's where these starches are converted into a form of fatty acid called butyrate, which energizes the cells in the large intestines, and it also moves into the bloodstream and help improve insulin sensitivity and lower blood sugar levels. Studies have shown that insulin sensitivity improved by up to 50% after consuming 50 to 30 grams of resistant starch every day for a month. For those who need to control blood sugar, I recommend steaming and cooling the potatoes overnight in the refrigerator before eating them. And just a bonus tip for storage, it's best to store potatoes in a cool and dry place and not necessarily in the fridge, because what happens when you're storing the potatoes in the fridge is that the low temperature actually can cause an accumulation of reducing sugars in a process called cold-induced sweetening. What that means is potatoes, and this also goes to other tubers, so essentially what this cold-induced sweetening does is that it turns these potatoes darker colored, and also it makes these potatoes taste more bitter. And that's because this process of cold-induced sweetening elevates the amount of acrylamide, which is a possible carcinogen. So it's very important that you store the potatoes in a room temperature, in a dry and cool, away from the sunlight. And that'll do it for this video. It was a quick walkthrough on how you can eat potatoes to lower the blood sugar spike, and I highly recommend that you experiment this way of eating your potatoes, and let me know how it goes in the comments below. Would love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, share it with your loved ones who may also benefit from watching it. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.